I'm not sure. Let's check this. Is this audio going? Turn the game volume down a little bit. I'm not sure how behind we are. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, I guess we can welcome to our inaugural weekend edition of NP Game Room Live, and we're going to be starting with new Ghostbusters 2. Welcome to our inaugural weekend edition of
Yeah, sorry.
NP Game Room Live.
Where's the mute button?
We're going to be starting with
No. There it is.
Okay. So now that I've got that muted, we can really start for real. So yeah, we're going to start with new Ghostbusters 2++. This is a game that we did as a Retro Wednesdays episode, and I've always really liked it. So it's kind of easy and it's kind of fun. So I always like use it as my go-to like warm-up game sometimes, other than Guerrilla War. And obviously I'm still like not totally awake because I'm struggling to talk right now. But anyway, you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I don't care.
I'll go first. It was my pick. I should. You play it. So last time we did this, Peter and Lewis were the two that were the good ones.
I don't think it really matters.
That Egon guy sucks. He was the worst. I gotta remember how to play this again. Help. Alright, it's coming back to me now. Oh my god, not these things again.
Beep, 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 beep.
I feel like this is good wake-up music. It's got like a nice little funk to it. I wonder who did the music for this, because it's actually really good.
Let's find out.
To the internet. Come on, you fuck. What am I doing? There we go. Wait, do I get anything from you? Nope. It just disappears. Another one. It's
Composer Jun Ishikawa.
I don't know that person. I mean, not like, oh, obviously, because I'm a pro. Whoa, shit.
Jun Ishikawa did Gameography. Adventures of Lolo 3, New Ghostbusters 2, Hyperzone, Kirby Adventure,
Alright, I can hear the Kirby.
Super Smash Brothers, Kirby Superstar, Kirby Dream Land 3. I'm just reading the ones that I
Right.
think are significant. Pretty much every Kirby. Kirby Epic Yarn. All of them.
Oh, so you're still doing stuff. That's
Yeah.
cool. Remember, this is like the first like legit struggle room that I had. There you go.
Need some caffeine.
I know, I need to get hype. I feel like I'm not talking, and I can't think of anything to talk about other than how did you sleep last night? You fucking jerk. I always die in the first level.
I wonder if we need to replace this controller.
I think it's still good.
I think you still have to trap him once he's purple.
Oh, god damn it. Fail. Wow, dude, I'm sorry.
May as well end. Oh, okay.
Oh, you want to start? Yeah. Ah, fuck it, I'll just finish. Let's keep going.
I'm gonna reset it. I'm gonna get up anyway.
Yeah, might as well. What the hell? No, I'm okay. I actually have my, one of my monsters. And I think it's time to break one open. Get some AM wakey wakey. I've learned in life that sometimes you just gotta do bad things to yourself. Like, sometimes you just gotta get 40 chicken nuggets from McDonald's for breakfast. No way, man. Come on. Chicken nuggets from McDonald's. McDonald's chicken nuggets are the only chicken nuggets worth getting.
They're pretty banging. And I'm vegetarian.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like, name another one. What other ones are out there? Like that Purdue crap? Dino
Dinosaur
Nuggets? The Dino Nuggets, I mean, they hold a special
My brother
place.
used to destroy Dino Nuggets.
I remember that was the first time I got really mad at some of Kevin's friends because they ate Dino Nuggets, and I was so pissed because I was super excited to have some, and they were all gone. That was back in the heavy mooch days, where people would just come over to your house and just like live there for a couple of days.
You know what's really funny? I mooch so bad at Kevin's house now. He just bought his own house. And when I go over there, I just eat everything. And I think Lauren gets mad, but I still do it. I'm not really sure why. It's not like Kevin mooches off me.
No, come on, Lewis, get it together.
He's just fucking around.
All right. He's not awake either, I guess. He's doing calisthenics.
Can't hear it.
You can turn the TV volume up a little bit. There you go. Come on, Sean, become awake. I am legit excited that we're gonna be doing this all day. Like, not just this game, obviously, but there's so many games I want to play. Lewis, where are you going, man?
Rockstars taste like medicine.
Well, that's how you know it's good for you. It's healthy.
Maybe I should like dilute it with seltzer.
Oh, that might make it worse.
Think so?
Yeah. Wow, I almost didn't make it.
I think it would make it taste extra ridiculous.
Well, I guess it depends on what.
You know what? While we're out, I'm gonna have to go get some box D's.
I guess it depends on what.
Some Krating Dings.
Dude, I got screwed by Lewis.
Can you
My
walk
partner.
through him? Or no, he's a border. At least he should take hits.
I know.
Like, he should be used as a barrier. A human shield.
That's some cheap shit. I got ripped off.
You know what I need is like a long piece of wood to reset. A resetting stick.
I forgot about that. That was genius. Need a resetting stick. You could probably brand them and sell them on Etsy.
Like just a long
Yeah.
dowel with a finger on it that goes like this.
It's curved, but then you have it like gray like the Nintendo. So all the scene kids can be like, oh my god. Did you guys buy that resetting stick?
I should make a resetting stick and a cart installing stick.
Why?
That, like,
What is
grabs onto the cart and you can
what is
do it
wrong
from
with me
far,
today?
far away.
God damn. Yay. So I'm glad I finally got out of the first fucking stage. Jeez. Struggle town over here.
Good job.
It's over. Game's over.
You know what? This
Rockstar.
it's harsh in the morning. It's really harsh.
Yeah. That's why I drink those Monster Energy teas. They're way less painful.
I never. You know what? When you're young, or when you're just don't care, you don't really think about. In the morning, my tastes are different
Yeah.
than in the afternoon. But I knew that was a thing in other areas, but I didn't really think about it with drinks. Because this kicks you right in the mouth.
Well, that's how it gets you going. Got to get that boost.
It's like very medicinal. I don't remember it tasting like this. I think maybe because it's just been sitting.
That also is that it's been sitting there for like a week. Fermenting.
Well, this is from last time.
Yeah, so like when I brought it, it was from last time I came here
Yeah, like
for RW.
yeah.
Oh my god, it's been like 3 weeks.
No. I think this is from last time we streamed.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a long time. Because I brought 2 last time.
I didn't drink any of them.
So it must have been from the last time we did
Actually,
Retro
no,
Wednesdays.
I think you brought me 2, and I brought my own 1. And I
Right.
drank half of the 1.
Right. I remember that now. Did I miss something?
There's probably some guy in a cart going nuts. There you go.
I'm
It's the best song, man.
starting to feel a little better. I still feel like I'm getting stuck on like inanimate objects randomly. Oh, I don't know why I did that.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you pick a game like this, you're gonna get stuck on.
Yeah, I guess it's one of the one complaint I have about this game is that being stuck on a grid really sucks. I feel like a lot of times you end up getting hurt a lot more than you normally would.
Graphics in this game are really good.
I was
like
about
it.
to say I just got fucked.
Did you hear the real song of this?
No.
This is the actual song from Ghostbusters. Too.
Really?
Yeah, but it's it's Nintendoized or whatever.
Are you serious? Shit. Struggling.
It sounds just like this, actually.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I do kind of remember it a little bit. Just gonna let it die, or just go in a loop for 1,000 years. Come
Big
on.
Axe Man. They're supposed to be miners.
I guess so.
I mean, miners in New York City. Is that? They're in New York, right?
Yeah, well, I think it's their subway workers. Because if you remember in Ghostbusters 2, there was that whole thing where they go underground, and there's the river of slime, but they were on the train tracks first.
I have not seen that movie in a really long time.
Uh.
I haven't seen it since it came out because I didn't really like it that much.
Really? Man, I love this movie.
You thought the second one was good?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't as good as the first one, but it was still good. There we go. Now we're officially starting. Hot burps and inappropriate food breakfast items. About to get a banana pepper sandwich, cheesesteak. That'd be a good wake up
You
game.
know what? Banana peppers don't get the respect they deserve.
It's true.
They're kind of the unsung. They're like a hidden gem in the sandwich world.
What am I supposed to do here?
Keep hitting them. Keep doing it. And then hold it down. Now squirt them. What? Why isn't it working?
I don't know. Did I? Whoa!
Oh, there we go. Maybe you gotta get him when he's shooting.
That's it. God damn it! I don't remember this part. No, your turn. I don't remember fighting Slimer there last time we played this. Shit. I'm sorry I didn't get further. Oh well.
Alright. Purr, 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 purr. Pee, 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 dee, dee.
I really truly don't remember that. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I gotta hit him from the sides.
Maybe.
That's what it is. I gotta get next to him.
I like the way the guy's kind of like They kind of like prance around, not prance.
They like waddle a little bit.
Wobbling. Yeah. They're like fat little, like dogs.
Cherubs.
Fat dogs.
Fat cherubs. I don't understand these ghosts. I want to know what those ghosts are. They just like random heads? I don't remember this part at all. We beat this.
I don't remember what we need to do here.
I literally don't. I do not remember one bit.
What the frick?
I don't remember Slimer being here. I really don't. I don't understand. Well, let me see if I can come up with something. Excuse me.
There he is.
How'd you do it? You just kept
Press
doing
both buttons.
it? Really?
Guess. I don't know what I did.
That's weird. I would never thought of that. Oh, God. This level is the level that brings this game down a peg or two.
I also don't like how you get telefragged in this game.
Yeah.
Because you'll walk into a room and then things will spawn.
They
on
just,
your
like,
feet.
appear on top of you. Or they appear in some fucked pattern you didn't see coming. So, can I ask you a question out of ignorance?
You can ask me any question you want.
So, as a vegetarian, what do you like to I'm just curious, what do you like to have for breakfast? I know, like, everyone's like, well, you just eat fucking tree bark and eggs.
Yeah,
But
I
I'm
eat
just
rabbit
curious.
food and deer moss.
I eat old turds and newspapers.
Honestly, for breakfast, I usually eat. I mean, if it's like a day where I'm not on a diet or whatever,
You're just having a good time?
then I love an egg and cheese sandwich a lot.
Nice.
But that's my go-to. Like, that's my favorite thing in the whole world to eat for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
Got some American cheese or Provi?
Or another one of my all-time favoritos, toasted everything bagel with cream cheese and Morningstar Farm sausage is magnifique.
Yeah.
So good.
When I was a fraudulent vegetarian briefly. Well, I wasn't fraudulent. I just couldn't. I don't know. I got out of it because I think one of the things that I learned at least that I learned as a newly married person was that if one of you is vegetarian, oh man, not these guys.
Run.
Yeah, we don't have to actually kill everything in this spot, do we?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you do.
Suck
Oh
it,
man,
dog.
you got rope-a-doped.
Dude, what the fuck? Did you see that?
Yeah, we got an extra life back, so they knew they fucked you, so they made it up. The game knows.
Oh,
But
go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was gonna just say that I would probably still be a vegetarian, but it was tricky because my wife was very much not, and it became such a pain in the ass to have to prepare like double the amount of meals, and
I ran right into that.
it's weird. Like double the amount of everything that I just kind of gave up.
Yeah, I'm the kind of
Weak moral fiber.
I guess I'm the kind of vegetarian that, god damn it. Like, I recognize that,
Oh my god, those fucking ninjas are so.
dude, I'm about to throw the fucking controller over. That really made me angry.
I could tell you're getting fucking just duked.
Anyway, I'm the kind of vegetarian that recognizes that there are certain things that you can't recreate vegetarian style.
Right.
So, you know, I do miss certain things. But my whole stance is kind of, if I can survive without killing other animals,
Right.
then why not?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't like pets at all, really. Like, they're fine for like 5 minutes, and then thinking of having to clean up after pretty much a handicapped person. Basically that's what it is, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Harold.
Like, I don't want any additional responsibility. You know, I have a full-time job, and, you know, I think I'd like to dedicate all my responsibility time to that and further my career. And then, you know, I just don't like
God, I forgot about these guys too.
having to take care of someone. I know it's terrible, but
No, I understand what you're saying. Some people just don't, you know, everyone has their beliefs or whatever.
I just get frustrated because, you know, there's people out there that are like, I have no time to breathe, and then often, it's because they've piled on so many things.
Yeah.
They have 3 kids, and they have 2 dogs, and they have this and that, and all these like obligations that they've essentially created, not like they've been dropped on them.
Right.
I mean, it's not always the case, but
I understand. I mean, I understand that. I know that I'm not a parent yet. But one of the things I think is really strange,
I think you are. You can't abort that thing now.
Well, no, that I know that, but I'm saying like my child isn't here until I'm under a month now, so that's kind of terrifying. Come on, Lewis, get it together.
Raising a kid is so easy. Seriously, it's really, really easy.
But the one thing that I think is interesting because of like one of the things I notice a lot is that I sometimes feel like some parents, like they give their kids so much stuff to do, and it's like soccer practice, dancing practice, music lessons, this, that, and the third. And they're saying like you want to have make sure that, you know, your child finds what they want to play, like what they want to do with their life. But it's like, what's wrong with like just letting the kid like just hang out? Oh God!
Yeah, you know, my dad always said that. When I was becoming 15 and 16...
What the fuck? It just stopped shooting.
That's what she said. My dad always said to me, like, when I was like 14 or 15, and I'd like talk about potentially getting a job, and he'd say, you know, Brett, you have the rest of your life to work. Why?
Yeah.
Would you do that now? You don't need to do that. I did work a little bit when I was younger, but I appreciated it then, but I really appreciate it now, because he's right. You know, you're gonna work until you die.
It's true.
So why waste your childhood?
Okay, I can't shoot. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I can't shoot that guy on that track, but he can hit me. Fair.
So if I ever have a kid, which I'm gonna try not to, or kids, they're like, I will not have them do chores. I'm not gonna. I mean, if they want to do that stuff, fine, but I would never mandate it ever.
Yeah.
Because that's BS, man. When you're a kid, you're supposed to just enjoy it. And,
Yeah, the misery comes later. Why be miserable early?
Well,
Wait.
I just think, like, I guess this is really selfish of me, but I just don't think a kid should have to do anything like that. They should just have to, like, go to school, and if they want to do, like, baseball or some crap, then that's fine. But, like, mowing the lawn or, like, cleaning the floor, no, that's BS. Kid shouldn't have to do that. I mean, maybe they should, but I wouldn't want my kid to do that.
No, I understand what you're saying.
I had a friend whose house I would go over, and his parents would make me do chores. And when you're a little kid, you can't be like, no, I'm not doing this to someone's parents who are
Right.
Because you don't even realize, like, when you're a little kid, you don't think of parents as fallible or different. You think it's like all parents are the same. They're all infallible. They all do
Right.
what's right, and that's not true.
That they're the authority
I think
figure.
it's really, honestly, I think it's kind of sick to have your like, child's friends help with chores.
Yeah, the friend thing, that's weird.
That's kind of manipulative, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I look at chores a little bit different only because...
Well, you did a lot of chores when you were a kid.
Yeah, and I'm kind of glad I did because it taught me that, not to be a complete slob all the time. I mean, I know there's definitely advantages of that.
Whoa, what was that?
We got the money. Remember that money thing we used to always see and we never got it? Well, we got it now. Taking this to the next level.
Well, that's the thing, because I am a slob and you're not. So there you go.
And I like that because, I mean, like, I look at it like, when it comes to chores, like cleaning up after yourself, I mean, with my parents, like, I was like, well, they, like, my dad summed it up the best when he was explaining why I have to do chores. And he's like, because I don't want to do it. And I shouldn't have to clean up after another human being that's capable of cleaning up after themselves.
I disagree with that. I absolutely disagree with that. He's the one that had you.
That's true.
He chose to have you. He knows what kids do. You're responsible for it. I mean, hey, it made you the man you are today.
It's true.
You're a good guy.
I like being clean. I mean, I am a little bit obsessed with it, but
Well, here's the thing that, like, I agree it taught you how to not be a slob. Absolutely 100% agreed. But wouldn't that lesson be taught in, like, an exponentially less amount of time if you learned it as an adult?
I don't know. It depends, because, like, muscle memory and patterns are so part of your thought process that it's like, would you really do it, or would you end up just being like, you know what, screw it, I'll just get somebody else to do it for me.
Seriously.
Or hire someone.
Did it teach you the value of $1?
Actually, in a way, I had a little bit of trouble with that, only because that was one of the things that my parents very tightly controlled. Like, I had a summer job, but they didn't want me to work until high school.
Yeah.
Because they were like, get good grades, worry about getting into college, like, let's focus on that, because that was back when college was the thing you're supposed to do. Which I don't think is necessarily the case anymore. But anyway, when I got to college, it was like, all right, all that money that you saved up, here's the card that has all the stuff on it. Don't be stupid. And I had no concept of like money or like how credit cards work or anything. And it was like, I just would do completely ridiculously stupid stuff. And like, in a way, like I regret it greatly now, because I feel like I started adulthood when I got out of college, like already in even more debt on top of student loans, because I just was like, well, you just like swipe the card through the thing, and then you just get your stuff, and that's it, and you don't have to pay it. Obviously, it's just magic. You just swipe the card, and then like that was one of the things. Like, I don't know if you experienced it when you were at college, but where I was at college, man, like there were so many like predatory credit card companies. Like, they would just set up in the student center, and it would be like, hey, you want like a free Frisbee? Sure. You want like a free t-shirt? Absolutely. I'm a college kid. I'll take anything that's free. Oh, just sign up for this. And by the way, you can have this credit card with like a completely outrageous interest rate. And we won't tell you about like how it actually works. But here's a credit card. And if you put it through the machine, you just get whatever you want.
Right.
And it's like, they actually banned that after we graduated from college. And I was honestly like really glad, because I felt like so many times I just got taken advantage of with that. And it's a shame, because like I said, like once you get in, I feel like I'm doing life lessons on Saturday morning or something. But when you're young like that,
Sean.
and I know I'm already a dad, I guess, Sean dad. I feel like when you become like an adult, or you get out in that real world, like if you start off like in the hole, it's like you're screwed. Like, how are you gonna get back out? Like, I think about like graduate school loans and all the other stuff, and it's like, we'll be paying that off for the rest of my life, basically.
Now, would you consider the way that you started out as starting out in the hole?
To a point. I mean, not supremely, but to a point, yeah. Because, I mean, I know I'm like getting into all kinds of fun stuff here, but I think that college loans are a little bit ridiculous. I think that
Right.
I'm not saying that college should be free. I'm not like on that level of things, because I think like if you're going to use a service, you should pay for it. And, higher education costs money, and a lot of things cost money, and that's just kind of the way it is. And, Harold, I don't remember any of this. Like, I don't remember these guys shooting things.
Slime boners.
No, slime erections. But I do think that, to get back to college thing, I do think that college loans being so high in interest and so set up that, like, you don't have a chance. Like, if you're going to go to college, you're just assuming, like, tens of thousands of dollars in debt. And in some schools, like, the amount of debt that you incur is insane. And in some of it, like, God damn it. Sorry, I'm failing. But, some of the debt that you incur and stuff, it's just unfair. Like, there's just no... Like, if I'm taking a student loan out, I shouldn't be charged, like, 8 to 10% interest on it. Because it means whatever you're going to pay back is going to be, like, 10 times what you pay.
It's like a mortgage, right? So
yeah, it's super high.
Over the life of the loan, they get lots of money.
Right. I mean, and I know that I'm not a business-minded person, but I think that if I look at a corporation, right, and they can borrow money from a bank at, like, 2% interest, and I'm a student and I want to get an education so I can get a job and better, you know, theoretically better society and get a better job, why do I have to pay like 4 times the interest rate and stuff? I just don't think it's fair. Like, one of my friends pointed it out the other day. They were like, I've been out of college for 3 years, and I just took a look at my graduate school loans, and he's like, as of today, I've been paying them back since the day I graduated. I was sent a bill, and I've been paying it back ever since, and I still haven't gotten back to the original loan amount. Which I just think is
to make more payments monthly then?
Well, no,
Like
I mean,
higher
I'm saying
payments?
like he borrowed like $30,000, and when he graduated, he owed like $60 because of the interest. Like when you're in college, your loan interest rates still go up. Like they're still accruing interest even if you're not paying it back, which I also think is kind of unfair. Like, I don't know. I understand banks, everything needs to generate money, and if there weren't, you know, if people didn't pay back interest, then it would be like, well, how do we get more money to loan? But I just think it's unfair.
By and large, American law favors like those sorts of, like, the banks and stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that, I don't know if I want to say it's good, but it may be one of the reasons why we're doing all right, I guess.
Yeah, no, I understand. I'm not saying, like, I know that some people are like, college should be free, and I mean, on some levels, I can agree with that.
He's fucking
Lewis
stuck.
just
That's awesome.
taking a break. Hopefully he'll come back. Yay.
Run.
But I just think, like, certain things could be a little bit more fair. I guess would be the best way to put it. Could be a little more balanced in the favor of the student. Because I think what happens is, like, you graduate from college, and you look at all this, like, your bills come due immediately, and you're like, holy shit, I'm so broke, and I need to pay all this stuff back, and then, so I'm just going to take the first job I get my hands on, and then that's why you have kids with, like, or people with, like, master's degrees working relatively menial jobs, and then the people that don't have college degrees can't get the jobs because the people with the college degrees get the menial jobs, because they just need to take whatever they can. I mean, I remember, like, at one point, my wife, her student loans were almost $800 a month. Like, how is that sustainable if you're not a millionaire? I don't understand how it's sustainable. And I don't understand how a company can look at that and say, like, yeah, that's actually a way for us to make sure that we retain customers, is by just saddling them with so much debt and so many high interest payments back that, like, I don't know.
What is the student loan interest rate usually?
Well, when I was a student, they were between like 4 and 6%. I know my wife's were a little bit higher, like 7 and 8, and I think now they're like closer to 10% almost.
That's a lot.
That's insane.
Son of a bitch.
We did get that extra life while back.
Yeah, but what's the point if I lose it?
Yeah. Hit bar would be kind of cool in this game. Like, if you just got 2 hits.
I mean, I kind of like... I don't think anything needs to change, really. I wish the AI was a little smarter, but 1 hit is fine with me. And the reason for that is just... I like to know... I know this is weird, but I like to know that I can get through a game without dying.
I know what you're saying, yeah. You like to be able to perfect it.
Yeah. So that's why I don't like having a life bar sometimes. Or that's why I don't mind not having a life bar.
I see what you're saying. I understand that. Oh boy, get the heat out. Heat, boys.
Run.
When we did this last time in our live stream, I kept saying that this is what it's like when I wake up at night with heartburn.
These monsters are scary.
I agree.
Run.
I think, well, maybe I should change my stance. Instead of the health bar, I just wish that there was a little bit less surprise attacking. I feel like sometimes you just get screwed because it's like the thing spawns on top of you, or like these guys will pop out of the slime on top of you, and I think it's just unfair. Like and because your character moves so like that. That's what I'm saying. Like so cheap. Like you should be able to like you need a roll mechanic or something.
Wow, I just got broad. I don't remember them bum rushing me like this.
Yeah, they're like way more aggressive than I remember.
My Nintendo's all messed up.
It's mad at you. Make me play that damn Holy Diver Jam.
You know, I really think this game is pretty freaking good.
I agree.
It has a lot of really interesting.
I'm super disappointed that they never released it in the United States because we got that.
Here we go.
That, and you got extra life back, so you win. But like the fact that we got stuck with the two shitty versions of Ghostbusters just really bums me out. Wow, man, we're almost done.
Honestly, I would have been fine if they just released it as a not a Ghostbusters game.
Yeah.
Call it like Ghost Attack or like
Ghost Fighters.
Yeah, if they could have easily done some small changes to this game and made it not Ghostbusters and then released it in the US. Yeah. And this game's really good. I mean, hey, it has its flaws, yes, but
I mean, what game doesn't?
It's got a lot of really interesting. Like they really.
I think you missed the guy back there.
They really did a good job of bringing some like fresh mechanics to a game.
I agree.
Like you don't see a whole lot of top-down games like this that have this sort of fast-paced.
Just like it's not like to me, it's like it's just entertaining. Like it's an entertaining game. You do get hit with cheap deaths. I guess that's like the one knock I have on it sometimes. But I mean, like, I don't know. I also look at it like, what game is perfect? Honestly,
Jackal.
Yeah, Jackal's pretty damn close. But like, there's every game that everyone loves. There's always a tragic flaw. On some level. Sometimes I think that video game. This is gonna sound really bitchy, but sometimes I think that video game players in general sometimes are just too. They're too bitchy. You know what I mean? Like, we complain about everything. It's like, what game is good enough? There's no game... Like, I sometimes feel like if I was a game developer, I'd be sitting there like that scene in Gladiator where I'm like, are you not entertained? Like, they do some bad stuff. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, like, every game is perfect, but I just feel like sometimes it's like, oh, well, it doesn't do that, and that sucks. It's like, oh my god. Then you do it. You build a game. Make a game that's better.
I mean, every time we talk about how games suck, so I'm not making a game.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on, buddy. Do the thing. Do the stuff.
Come on, Lewis. Get it together. But yeah, I mean, even though like this game could have totally been released as a non-Ghostbusters game, I do love the fact that they follow the movie pretty well, and I like the cartoony style of it. I think a Ghostbusters game that's like hyper real is just not gonna work. Would never work in real life because it's supposed to be comedic. That's why I'm worried about the new game that they're coming out with, the new movie that they're coming out with. I'm like I have a feeling that they're gonna try to make it like hyper real, and I think it's just not the way to do it.
What do you mean by hyper real?
Like where it's gonna be like not funny and like all serious, and you know what I mean. Like they're gonna take the comedy out of it, and the comedy is what made.
Like they did to Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they made, like, dude, it's a movie about, like that movie is like, it's a movie about turtles that got affected by like radioactive ooze, and they're now able to talk and they're ninjas. Like, how can you make that realistic?
That's why the practical effects work pretty well in that movie.
Yeah.
Because it's so ridiculous to begin with that it's kind of funny that they're in rubber outfits. And
right.
I mean, I don't want to go off on a tangent here, but I really liked how friendly the Ninja Turtles looked in the original.
Yeah, no, I totally understand.
You
No,
know,
but
you felt like they would be really nice to you and like they would hang out with you.
They would help you.
Eat pizza and like you could,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, Lewis is just on a...
drink out of a 44-ounce insulated mug and crunch on candy bars and be really fucking annoying. Oh boy. Whoa, damn it.
Oh, man.
All right, man, you
All
gotta
right.
go through it.
I'm starting over. Well, hopefully this time I won't, like, die, like, 3 times in the first freaking level like a loser. I'm always a Pete, man. I'm going Peter and Ray this time. People
So
get
they
super... No, what are you saying?
I was gonna say they just have a lot of like really adorable touches to this game, like when they go down the pole,
Yeah.
they twirl around.
Well, even just the fact that they...
It's just funny. I don't know, whatever it is, like when we first played this game I liked it, but I'm appreciating it a lot more now, and I really think they did a great job.
I really think they did. I mean, yeah, sometimes the AI, as you just witnessed, goes kind of haywire, but whatever.
I mean,
It's the NES. What the hell do you
yeah, I was
want?
just gonna
Like,
say the NES isn't exactly, you know, like a 12-core CPU at
yeah, it's not a
2500
processing
megahertz.
powerhouse or whatever. Speaking of like that hyper real thing, it's one of the reasons why everyone gets super mad at me. But I always say that the you know that Dark Knight trilogy movie, those movies, the Christian Bale ones where he's Batman.
I don't think I've seen them.
Well, there's a series of games, I keep saying games, series of movies that came out, called the Dark. They're based off of the Frank Miller Dark Knight comic book series, and it's cool because like that series is very dark. It's very negative. It's like, very hopeless in its timbre or whatever. And they came out with like 3 movies, and the movies are very much like that. They definitely lived up to the hype, but one of the things I don't like about it is that it's so dark and so negative. And then at the same time, I'm like, but he's a dude dressed up like a bat, and he's fighting crime. Like,
Right.
I'm not saying it has to be campy like the 1960s Batman or whatever, the Adam West show, but like I just felt like, God, it was like I got done watching and I was like, man, I just want to kill myself. It's so depressing.
You know, I think I read a comic book once that Ninja Turtles where, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I read one that was more dark.
Yeah, the original Ninja Turtles was actually pretty dark. It was not like a
And it was really
family-friendly
detailed.
kind of thing.
It wasn't like the cartoon.
Hmm.
I think so. I thought I remembered that.
Yeah, the original Ninja Turtles comic book was very negative, like dark. But I mean, like the Dark Knight one, the one like the second one in the series, I can't remember the name of it. Dark Knight, I don't remember. Maybe it is. It's Batman Begins. The Dark. I don't remember. But the second one is the one with the Joker in it, and everyone loved that one, and they think it's like a lot of people think it's like one of the best Batman movies, and I very much disagree with it, with that sentiment, because not because it wasn't a good movie, but because I felt like Batman was so dark and depressing, and the Joker was so dark and depressing that it was like, who do I root for? Like, I don't want to root for, I don't want either of them to win. Is that a fair? Is that an option to have like no winning?
Was that a laundry tub? What was
Kind of
that
looks
at
like
the
it.
top
Yeah, I
of the
don't
room?
know. These guys are the Scoleri brothers.
The Scoleri brothers?
Yeah. I tried him in 33, gave him the chair, or something like that. I don't know. I watched this movie a lot when I was a kid. My favorite part about it, I've said it a lot, but the scene with the Statue of Liberty where they control it with the
That's
NES.
the second one?
Yeah. That's the one where they control the Statue of Liberty with the NES Advantage. Love it.
Yeah.
That was when you knew. You were like, man, Nintendo is top tier. It's weird when you think about it, like how many game consoles got it wrong. It's like, I don't know. It makes me appreciate the NES and like the Genesis and Super Nintendo, like all those game systems that got it right, that much more. I mean, they all had their missteps, but it's just like, man. But then at the same time, like, I don't know if, like, do you count? I don't know what you count as a misstep and what you don't like. I would say the Virtual Boy was a pretty big misstep. That was pretty much a disaster
Yeah, it
of a
was.
console.
But I think no, you know what? No, it was It was not good. The problem with the system was that it made you sick.
Yeah.
Because I had one, and it's just not practical. It's not practical.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm the kind of person that I do have a Nintendo 3DS XL,
Mm.
and I think it is the best handheld I've ever used.
Yeah.
It's actually a pleasure to play, and the screen's big enough. But before that time, every handheld I ever tried, I just felt like I can't do this. The screen's too small. It wiggles around too much because you're holding the screen in your hand.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't play like this.
Right.
I play like you're playing with my hands
with your
in my
hands
lap.
down. Yeah.
So that's why I really love the Super Game Boy and all that stuff. So I just never was a fan of portable games. If I'm playing a game, I kind of want to sit down and play it, or you know what I mean. Like, I just don't feel like I can get into a game like that. Now, one of the ways you get around that is you make games for handhelds only.
Right.
You recognize the state the player will be in when they play. Like, so you make games like Pokemon, which is perfect.
Yeah.
It's not action-y at all, really. And so you can play it, and you can pick it up and put it down at any moment.
Yeah. No, I totally understand.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry. I cut you off.
No, it's all right.
Money.
Get that money. Pay.
Well, anyway, on that note, I really appreciate and put value on, game developers who think about and really apply the idea that when your game is being played, it is being played in a certain way at a certain time.
Right.
So thinking about that makes some really great games, I think. So that's why, like, sometimes ports just don't work.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Like a straight arcade port. Like, if you look at one example of that is Contra, right? Contra for the arcade is one thing, and then they ported it to the NES, and it was they changed it around to be tailored to the home console.
Right. No, I understand.
Or the difference between a PC game and a console game, right?
Right.
A console game, they say 10 feet from the TV. A PC game, you're right in front of the monitor.
Right.
So when they keep that in mind, that's why a lot of times, in my opinion, games going from PC to home consoles need to be adapted. Sometimes just don't work.
Yeah. Sometimes I think they just don't work because I think, like you said, like the developer doesn't take that time to think about that stuff. Where they're like, oh, well, it's like completely different. Like, I'll give you one that worked really well, in my opinion, Diablo 3. I know that people are like, oh, PC Master Race, and if you don't play Diablo with a mouse, you're a loser. But I feel that the control scheme and the way that the game feels, on a console that was rough. That game is a perfect example of a game that works on a console as well as PC.
Because it's drastically different, right? I mean, as far as
it feels very
the
different.
Perspective's a little different.
Yeah.
The way that the game controls. See, that's what I'm talking about.
It seems to run on like a different resolution. It's a little bit less. Like they added in like some control schema to it to make it easier, and they also added a lot of. I think, at least in my experience, and I'm sure there's people will disagree with me, but I feel like they added a ton of AI to it, where it's like when you go to attack, because we don't have the mouse to like point, like I want the attack to go here. They kind of made it so the game kind of assumes where you want to attack. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they adapted it to a home console,
right?
Because you don't have a mouse, you don't have.
Right. And actually, I know it's sacrilege, but when I play that game now, I think like, man, if I had a controller on the PC, because they don't have controller support for it on the PC, really. I mean, there's some like mods and like hacks and stuff you can do to get it to work. Like I know there's a couple of different programs out there that people can use to remap their map it to a joystick or whatever, but every time I play it on the console, it's the first thing I think of, or I play it on PC, it's the first thing I think of, where I'm like, man, I really wish I could play this with a controller. Because it feels better. It just feels better.
Yep.
But,
Well, I can give you a bad example of that. Is, shoot, now I can't remember what the name of it is.
that's how bad it was.
I can see the cover art, and I can't think of the name. Layers of Fear.
Oh, yeah.
I may have talked about this before, but it's a PC game they ported to Xbox One, and I played it on Xbox One just because it was the demo was free, and the controls were so delayed. And I know that my TV has some latency, but
Right.
not this much.
No, yeah, I
And,
know what you mean.
The font was so tiny you couldn't read it, and so it just played like a half-ass,
I
no
don't know
thought
how
went
I lived
into it
through that.
port straight from PC to Xbox One, and I was just kind of disappointed,
Yeah.
especially since it got really good reviews.
I wonder, I guess it must be really, I mean, I guess it is, but I always wonder, like, how different it must be to program for the console versus the PC. I mean, you would think that at least, like, PC to Xbox One would be kind of similar, because it's like, an Xbox is basically a PC anyway.
I mean, yeah, at this point, game consoles are.
Yeah, they're just intermixed.
Well, I think most of the larger, more popular engines, like Unreal Engine,
Mm-hmm.
probably have. I've never looked into this, but I'm sure they're cross-platform, right?
Yeah.
So you just make your game, and you can create binaries for both systems, or any system, for that matter. And that's the thing that I also appreciate is when there's a game that is tailored to the system. So
Right.
it uses all the functions of the system, it pushes it to the limits.
It knows all the ins and outs.
Yeah, so
and-
that's why I don't like sometimes cross-platform games are kind of, I don't know, because you always run into that issue where it's like, well, the game came out for Xbox and PS3 and Wii, but the Wii version runs at such low frame rate it's not even fun.
Right, yeah,
Or
yeah.
like the PS3 version is like delayed or so. I don't know. I just feel like, and maybe that's just like no one really cares about that. It's just like the people like us that are little bitches about little things like that.
I think the problem is that, it's I think in a lot of ways it's just the corporatization of the game. I hate saying it, but the game industry. I just don't like that phrase for some reason. Like, I think it's like they look at it. They're very, the game industry is corporate now, and it's like they look at, like, any game company can port a game to a console and make it right. But they look at it like, how much is it going to cost, and is it going to be worth it in the long run for the company? Because what it's really about is making money. It's not about making games. And I think sometimes game people and gamers and stuff, they lose sight of that. Like, they don't realize, they're like, oh, they should just do it and give it away for free. Like, the one that I get a lot that drives me nuts a little bit is that people think, like, games that, like, Xbox games with gold and, like, PlayStation free games, they're always like, this is crap because it's not a AAA title and it's not a game that I, like, or the one that makes me laugh is someone will be like, I paid $60 for this, now I can get it for free, that's a ripoff. And it's like, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a personal attack on you. But, like, also it's like, Microsoft's giving away, like, they're giving away games for free. They're losing out on sales to a degree with the hope that the games that they give away is an enticement for people to sign up for Xbox Live Gold and do something else like that. And it's like, what do you want them to do? Like, you just want to have all the games for free? Then it's like, well, how are they going to make any money? How are they going to make games? Like, it sucks that games are $60 a pop now, and I do think a lot of times they're kind of a ripoff. But I also look at it like, well, they have to charge something. They need to pay people. Like, I know that, like, it's not my full-time job anymore, but, being a musician, wow, really? Being a musician, it drives me absolutely out of my mind that people expect me to do so much stuff for free. Like, they're like, oh, just come play my wedding, or, Sean, can you just rewrite this music for me and change it around, then I'll just say thank you? Like, no, give me some money. Like, what the hell? It's a skill that I've learned and I've earned and I've honed over time, and you don't have it, so you have to give me some money in order to do it. It's crazy.
Well, I read. I don't know if I read the whole thing, but I follow that game development company.
Shit.
Frictional Games, who is responsible for Penumbra and Amnesia and Soma and all those. Some of my favorite games in the world. Yeah, it smells in my ass. And
this morning my ass smelled like rotten peaches.
I think he either wrote or he tweeted about an article that talked about how, like, as a game developer / publisher, if you're selling your game at $5 a pop, you're not going to make any money.
Yeah.
Like, if you're only selling your game when it's on sale, then you're never gonna. It's not going to be like a financial thing for you. It's not going to.
Right. You're selling it at a loss.
Yeah. So I never really thought about it that way, because my thought is there's no cost. Essentially, there's no cost to sell your game digitally, right? You just send another copy of it. It's infinitely copyable.
Mm-hmm.
So if you sell it for $5, who cares? But maybe that's not always the case.
Well, I think, like, I mean, when you think about it, it's like everyone has to get a cut, like, of that $5. Like, Steam gets a cut if you sell it on Steam or whatever, and, like, it dwindles down pretty quick, I guess. I mean, I guess if you're talking about if you're selling things on at a super high volume, all right, I made it at least this far without continuing, so I did put in some work. I love this scene. See ya. But I don't know. It just sometimes it bothers me that sometimes gamers and game people in general are like, this should just be free. Just give us everything. And it's like, what the fuck do you want? Like, I don't know. You know, now that I think about it, I changed my previous statement. I don't think the Virtual Boy was a misstep. I think it was just a step that was too far ahead of its time. Because now look what we're doing.
Have you ever played one, though?
Yeah, it's bad. It is bad. It is not good.
Because it actually, I mean, it's a cool concept and everything, but you can't.
No, it's painful to play.
You can't play it.
Fuck, I didn't see that coming. Am I done? Nope. I think at the same time, like, I think the idea behind it was relatively sound, because it's like, look at what we're doing right now. Like, every game company's now coming out with their own VR shit. Except for Microsoft, who's like, we're just going to wait and we're going to do this HoloLens thing. But, like, it was the same thing, like, when, it wasn't necessarily Nintendo. I mean, I'm sure they probably helped or had a hand in it, but when you think about, like, when the NES came out and there was the Power Glove and the U-Force and all that stuff, like, there was, like, thoughts about motion controls already in the 1980s. And it's like the technology just didn't catch up yet.
I don't know if it's just me, but please just give me a controller.
Yeah.
All right? I don't want... Actually, I could do without analog sticks, to be honest with you. I don't want it to be like reality. Like, you know
no,
what I mean?
I understand. I totally understand what you're saying. Like,
I want my game to be fun. I don't want to break a sweat playing a game. I know that's, like, super duper sad, but
no,
there's definitely a place for those sorts of games. I don't know. It just doesn't. Every time I see that, I just think gimmick. Not gimmick the game. A gimmick.
No, I know what you're saying. Yeah, like it's
look
just
how realistic this is. You're aiming a gun or you're bowling.
Yeah.
Or just like, come on, man. I don't want to do that. Just give me a game, a controller, and make the damn game fun. I don't give a fuck about how realistic it is.
Yeah, like, I understand. I mean, I understand that there's times when, like, hyper real stuff is really cool and fun, and, like, augmented reality stuff is really fun. But yeah, no, I understand. Like, the point of I don't know. To me, it's like with every video game, there comes a certain suspension of disbelief. You saw that, right? The sprite was on both sides of the screen at the same time.
I did not.
Yeah, but
well, I'll look at it. We were recording.
Yeah. But whoa. Forgot that the direction that the slime goes in changes your speed.
The slime looks hot. Like it's
yeah,
warm.
like it would be really warm.
Yeah. Or maybe even too hot.
Why are there so many of these? I don't remember this. I swear to God I'm on drugs, because I feel like I don't remember half this game. But it's interesting. Like I think that's why I like some game consoles and some game platforms that people don't like. Like I know everyone rips on the Sega CD, but I think there was something there that they were trying to do. They just couldn't do it right, 100%. Like the idea of full motion videos and like games that like when the NES came out, like the cutscene, adding the cutscene was like a huge thing, right? And it's like now the cutscene is like the game, and it's like that's the evolution that they were going in.
That sounds like all the things about a game that I don't want. Like when a cutscene comes up, I skip it. I don't give a fuck about the cutscene.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying is that
I bet you they spend just as much money on the damn cutscenes as they do on making the game.
I'm sure they
It's
do.
like you could have made the game twice as freaking long, and then it would have been way better. I don't care about this. I mean, I know I'm in the minority here, but I just don't give a fuck about.
No, I
the
understand.
story.
I understand what you're saying.
that's
I
just
do think that.
I feel like making the story really good is just a way to make the game not good, and then make up for it with a good story. If I wanted a good story, I watch a movie.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
Right?
I don't 100% agree with it, only because like people play games for different reasons, and I kind of like I kind of like having a little bit of a story. I don't need some like super intense like I have to make morality choices kind of thing, but I kind of like it. All right, I understand why I'm doing this now. But again, like you and I play very different. We both like very different types of games. Like
true.
I like you're very much a shmup guy, and I think like shmups with there's certain game genres that don't like that kind of genre doesn't necessarily need a humongous in-depth storyline, or like I don't need a single player campaign for Street Fighter. Like I don't care, because it's the idea of like there's a story behind why these guys are beating the shit out of each other and can have superpowers, like just doesn't appeal to me. But like a game like Jesus, a game like Metroid makes me want to have a story, because I'm like, well, who is this person? Why are there these aliens? Like, where'd they come from? What's their deal? You know, I don't think Contra needs a super in-depth storyline, because it's like there's aliens, shoot them, they're hurting people.
So would you consider Metroid to have a story?
I think a little bit of one, just because it's like the whole mother brain thing, and like why are you fighting these aliens and stuff.
Well, does the game tell you why?
I think it does a little bit in the manual, at least. Fuck! Come on, Sean. Saw that coming like a mile away.
This guy ate too many hot wings.
Get the heat out.
You know, do you remember... I don't know why I thought of this. Do you remember that commercial in the 90s for, I think it was Tums, where it was like the guy was up in the middle of the night with really bad heartburn, and he was saying how his mom made chicken cacciatore, and that's what gave him heartburn?
I don't remember that commercial, but I think I know. I kind of vaguely know what you're talking about.
Well, anyway, I remember seeing that and thinking, why on earth would you choose chicken cacciatore as the food that gives you heartburn? There are so many other foods out there that are like the epitome of heartburn, and you choose chicken cacciatore. I don't know.
No, I know what you're saying.
Nice.
I've only had chicken cacciatore one time, and it was at Angelo's, and I hated it.
It's just chicken and marinara, isn't it?
Yeah. It was a whole chicken with bones and shit in it. And I was like, why am I I don't know, I was in like a lazy phase in my life when I ate that, and I was just like, why am I deboning this? This is outrageous. I paid for bones.
Bones make the meat taste better, though.
They do, but I was just really, at the time, I was younger, and I was very upset, and I was just like, why am I paying to butcher my own thing? Yeah. Everything needs to be boneless and come with honey mustard.
Ken's honey mustard is...
It is pretty ballin'.
100% top tier. It's also
Top level.
mayonnaise.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
It's also mayonnaise with a bunch of like,
hey, have you ever tried
chemicals.
Kewpie mayonnaise?
No.
It's Japanese mayonnaise.
It sounds horrifying.
No, dude, it is...
Mayonnaise in general
is good. Oh, you don't like mayonnaise?
No, well, I like mayonnaise to a point, but I like the concept of mayonnaise for some reason. Like it's a topic it's a topic that grosses me out for some reason. I don't know why.
All right. Well, all I'm gonna say is that for the longest time, mayonnaise came in a jar, right?
Right.
And how did you use it?
You
take
jammed
a
the big ass knife.
You put it in there. You spread
a
it
knife,
on, and then you have
cut
to
them
wash
out.
a goddamn knife. Okay? Kewpie was in a squeeze bottle the whole damn time.
Brilliant.
Or at least every time I've ever seen it. Before that caught on. So right there, automatic win. Right?
Yeah.
Anyway, you should try it. If you like mayonnaise, which I do.
I do like
really
mayo.
like
I'm not
Kewpie.
like a mayo like addict.
I am a mayo. I think I would consider myself a mayo addict.
You know what I do like to do?
It's really upsetting and disturbing. But
You know what I do like as a with mayonnaise? If you couple it with something like mustard, it just enhances it. Makes it way better. It enhances the flavor, as my dad would say.
like I do. I really like to have eggs and mayonnaise together.
I see. I got you.
So that's how I eat it usually.
So let me ask you this question, because this is divisive. See, it did it again. Every once in a while, the sprite spawns on the both sides of the screen if I have it in the corner. Some people are mayo people, and some people are Miracle Whip people.
Yeah.
Miracle Whip. I say Miracle Whip because I'm from Southern New Jersey.
You're from
Miracle Whip.
America.
Merry Christmas. Where do you stand on that side of the debate?
I stand on both sides. I like both of them.
Yes, that's the answer to have. That's the
But
correct
honestly,
answer.
I can
Fuck, man, that guy was just gunning for me.
I can use either or in any situation
Sorry,
for the
man.
most part.
Damn, I thought I was gonna be able to get to the last level on one shot. I would have been
Well,
really
it's pretty
impressed
cool they
with myself.
continue you kind of.
Yeah, you get further on. They do continue as well in this game.
So why don't they just give me more lives if they're gonna do this?
Or you could take 2 hits. Shut up, son. We need a health bar. These flying shit lickers are just the worst.
I'm back here.
Playing this early in the morning is a good reason why I'm not super keen on doing webcams with live streams, because I look like a slob. They get all fancy
So
up.
what is it that, like, the argument for webcam is just that people are more like engaged?
I think it's because it puts like a little bit more of a, we live in a video.
All right, he's going away. He's gone.
He's on a fucking break. I think it's because we live in a visual and video based society now. Like everything's videotaped and everything, so it's like just doing audio is like the exception to it. And it's weird because like considering that we're still doing video since we're broadcasting the actual freaking game. But I think it's that, and I think a lot of people are like, sometimes they want to see like our reactions when something happens crazy, but I don't know. I go back and forth with it. Like sometimes, like when I did the last time I live streamed Diablo 3, I had my webcam on, and I guess it was kind of cool because after a while I just kind of forgot about that I had it. There you go.
What if I'm trying to pick my nose or like?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I stand up, I'm picking I got like my finger jammed up my nose or something, or I don't know.
I just am of the opinion that no one wants to see me, and even if they did, they're wrong.
Well, I think about it like, I don't know. It's like, is it? I don't know why. For some reason, when I think about it that way, I think like, oh, that was bad. Did you hear that? I feel like
Is that lemonade?
Yeah, it's that lemonade. It's that sweet. I'm
Looks
putting.
good.
I'm
That's
dumping.
empty lemonade. Ate all lemonade.
I'm dumping so much acid into my stomach today. But I also think like, I know it sounds weird, but every time I think about it, I think the phrase in my head, we're spoon feeding emotions to people. Like, they can tell we're mad. Like, why do they need to see me do that? Like, why can't you just imagine it? Use your freaking imagination. Or to me, it's like, if there's one, I always think about like doing video streaming and our recording of our quote-unquote show and everything. It's secondary to like just playing games, like having a good time playing games with like my best friend. That's what it's really about to me, more than anything. I know, sorry.
That's nice.
Bro hug. But like that's what it's about more to me, and it's like it's way less about the like, oh look, they need to see what we're doing because then that way we'll get more viewership or some shit. Like I don't care. Like I really don't. I think like the amount of work that we put into it is just more for like for the streaming stuff and everything is like more for fun. And if like no one ever watches it, I don't really care because I was like we had a really good time and we have a record of it now. And like to me, it's like
Whoa.
I think
Wall
about
boner.
I think about like how much fun, like the idea of like using someone. It's more important to me that someone can relate to it rather than literally experience the same thing that I am. Like if someone watches this and they're like, yeah, I remember when I used to play in elementary school, we used to play video games with my best friend, and I remember how like we used to get so angry and it was really funny, and like, or we would do really crazy stuff. There's some more wall boners up there, but
whoa, they would have got me too.
Yep.
Nice.
But like that's more important to me, more so than like, oh, did you see that? Did you see when the one guy? Did you see when Sean got really upset and like stamped the controller down? Like everyone's done that in their life. Like why does it matter that you see that I do it? You know, it's a chance for us to like talk about whatever and how like, you know, just have fun playing games. Like I don't really give a shit about. I just don't like. Sometimes, yeah, would it be cool if we had like 2 billion viewers and like, you know, 5,000 subscribers? Yeah, that would be really cool because it would make me like excited that there are people that are taking interest in it. But I don't really care that much. I don't know how you feel about it. I'm sure you're like, whatever, shut up.
I don't know, man.
I think the thing about these guys,
I don't have it in me to be like a personality.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why do I have to be famous? Why does it matter? Why does it matter like what people think about me?
You know what? That was bull.
Post-it invincibility. Sometimes I get confused which character. Like, I wish the characters were slightly different colored. Like, you had the brown jumpsuit on and they had a gray one, because then that way it would be easier to tell. But sometimes I'm like, oh man, you better move, and it's your boy.
I thought you were talking to me for real.
Oh no, sorry.
I was like, wait a minute, what am I not seeing?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh shit! What?
You know what happens sometimes? It makes me laugh. Sometimes my wife will inadvertently do that. Like, she'll be looking at something on her phone while we're driving, and all of a sudden she'll be like, ooh! And I'm like, I instantaneously just slam on the brakes, because I'm like, oh my god, I missed something. There's like a little kid in the road or something.
Yeah.
It happens. I mean, I do it too. I'm not trying to sing, I'm getting in trouble.
Well, my partner's fucking up today.
He is on...
You're doing a bad job, man.
We did not have this problem last time.
Oh, there he goes. There he goes.
Now he's just leading the fucking charge.
Come on, man. Do it. Go for
there we go.
Whoa,
Watch
whoa,
out.
whoa.
What the fuck? I never saw that before. There we go. Hey, welcome back, Ray.
Well, going over there looking at the stuff. The things. These look like real fat. Like
I think
lumpy space or whatever.
I think it's funny that picture on the left side of the screen is Slimer. Like they're in the art museum and there's a picture of Slimer.
Is it Slimer going like, what?
Yeah, he's like gangster. What? He's got his arms out and he's like, fight me, you bitch.
So if I kill this guy... Whoa.
Jesus. Yeah, I don't know. This game also has a lot of randomness to it, in my opinion. Like, they're still the same enemies, but I feel like this time when we're playing it, we got way more, like telefrags than we did last time. Remember when we played it last time and we didn't have this problem? Our problem was on the boss fights where you're just like fucking dying out.
I can't help but think this game's a lot like cleaning your room.
Yeah.
Which I don't really like doing. And that's why I'm a slob and you're not, so here we go. I guess it would have been really sucky if we weren't related, because what are the chances of us meeting each other if we weren't?
It's true.
And then look at all the shit we would have missed out on.
That's true. Think about if, like, even worse, if we knew each other and we hated each other. How freaking weird would that be? I forget how to do this.
I think you hold it on one dude.
Yeah, you shoot at one dude and then you just, like, you hold it down and you gotta dodge. That's what it was. That's from Chrono Trigger, that sound. Or maybe you have to, like, catch them. You have to... When they turn red or whatever.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Maybe.
It's hard to concentrate.
I had a pretty good system last time. I don't know.
Yeah, you moved up and down. That's what it was. You're a down and up guy.
What am I doing?
I think because when he turns purple, you get excited about it, and then you stop looking.
Yeah, that's probably it.
Thank you, Ray. You asshole. I think these are the creepiest enemies in the game.
I don't know. I think I don't know if I think any of the enemies are creepy, but I do have some favorites. I like the spinny guys.
Yeah.
The cylinders that spin. I like this boss. I like the
I need
heartburn monsters.
just in case you want to look this up, just to be safe.
Yeah.
Sorry. Do work. Don't just sit there. Because they don't do anything when they spin like this right now. They're just good times.
Oh, you got it. You got it.
Yeah, I got
You
it. I got it figured out now.
You have to
I do-
keep going.
I do like that when you shoot, like when you hold, like they wait on you, which is nice. Thank you very much, you asshole.
Your partner's just being a fuck up.
I know
right
he's
now.
making it so much. Like like we would have had this game beat by now. Shit. You always go down first, I think. Pisses me off that the AI is what's messing this up. That's just not fair.
Dude's pompadour is out of control.
I know. Hey, ladies.
There's,
I like how it lets you like take a breather for a second. Oh.
I think Hal did a really good job of animating everything. Where
Yes.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say lifelike, but I don't know. It just seems they did a good job. I
The
think.
scale is done well, and the animation is done really well. Like when I look at, as much as it's going to be, you know, rage-inducing because everyone loves this game, but like when we were playing Ghosts and Goblins last night, you saw how freaking choppy the animation is, and I hate it. Like the more we were playing it, I know it's also partly because I was super frustrated because we couldn't get anything going. It bothered me that the animation was so bad. Like it was just like super wonky. Getting down there. Well, pattern's slightly different with two of them, and then I forget what happens here. Oh yeah, he shrinks down to the normal man. Or not. What the fuck? This controller's broken, dude. Oh, maybe I need to beam him? There you go. Getting there. Final boss. Not bad, an hour and 20. I mean, we fucked up a couple of times. But yeah, we still got... Look, I'm talking like we already beat it.
How many continues do we have?
2, I think. We only continued once, I think. Or no, we continued twice. We continued twice.
We have one after this.
Yeah.
You got this anyway.
Yeah, it's easy enough. You don't. I don't even think you have to use the trap. You just got to shoot. Love it. All right, I'll give him that. The Vigo sprite doesn't look 100% accurate. I gotta remember how to do this. All right, now I kind of remember.
You can back up, yeah. There you go.
Yeah, I fucked that up. Dude,
think you backed up too far.
Yeah. Did you like that? Couch just moved a couple inches. I mean, I guess I can understand why people are like, that would be funny to see, but I don't know. Like, doesn't everybody do that? Like, I don't know. I just don't want to be... There's so much parody and cliche in the world now. I don't want to be... I don't want to be fucking mimics.
That's
Do
what,
our own thing.
If we get a camera, I just want to have masks.
Yeah, I don't want to end up on some, like... So we have a camera, and then all of a sudden I like, go outside one day, and there's, like, a billboard for, like, morbid obesity, and they're like, it's a picture of me, because they took it off the internet. Don't be like this guy. Be smart. Don't play video games and go outside. Oh, shit. I got the extra life stunned me for a second. I was like, what's that mean? Fuck. Alright.
Let's see if it freezes.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see. If we did it. Alright, I mean, I know we don't need to do another, like a final thoughts, but do you have any parting ideas about this game, or?
It's a fun game. You should buy it. It's fun.
Yeah. It's a really fun game.
Graphics are good. Animation's good. They really put like a kind of super deformed / cute twist on the game, and it is a very huge gasp of fresh air when compared to the 2 other Ghostbusters games.
Right.
Yep. See,
Yeah,
it
there it
fucked up.
goes. Well, yeah. Must be a bad...
It's haunted.
It is.
because he's dead.
Our gaming thing is haunted. Alright, so that first game down. What do you want to do? What do you want to do next? Are you want to take a break? It is 9:56. All right. So thanks for everyone who was watching. We're gonna take a little break and go get something to eat and pick another game, but we should be back momentarily. So thank you again for watching. Yeah, we're gonna pick another game and we'll go from there. So this is Game Room Live, and we will be back momentarily. Thanks. Pick a beeper pee, peep peeper peeper.